My name's Todd Logan. I'm from Slets, Oregon. I'm a professional fishing guide. The outdoors have always been a big part of my life and certainly a passion. Growing up, I've had 8 surgeries on my left foot and 9 on my right. I was born with a rare bone condition to where I don't have any middle knuckles in the last 3 fingers of either hand, and my feet are just one solid bone. I knew the day was coming, I was going to do something to where my only option would be amputation. Cutting the leg off, it really wasn't the main issue. It was where does my life go with the prosthetic leg? Am I going to be as good as I was before I had it amputated? Greg Goodell has been a lifelong family friend. In a lot of ways, he's a father figure. When things get tough, that's one person that I can really lean on and count on. When I was going through the hardest part of my amputation and getting over it, I needed to get out of the house. He loaded me in and out of the drift boat. He transferred me out of my chair, and we went fishing.
For that day that we was on the river, he just forgot all about not having the leg.
For a split second on that one cast, you forget about everything else that's going on around you, and you're just completely engulfed in the anticipation of that steelhead biting that hook.
On the water, any other problems we have are just gone.
And that's how this whole thing kind of started. I was going to seek gainful employment. When I went and sought out those jobs, which I had experience in, they seen the leg and just looked at me as an insurance liability. Went to the Portland Sportsman Show. We come up on the Willie Boat booth and seen a wheelchair accessible drift boat sitting on the floor. It was the first time that I wasn't thinking about making money, that it was how many lives I could impact with owning a boat like that, because I know how much it would have meant to me to not have to transfer out of my chair at the boat ramp and just get into the boat just like everybody else. One thing led to another, and it all got done better than I would have ever dreamed. When you're in a wheelchair, it's hard to get any lift out of a fishing pole, and so we raised the floor up to a level that it's no longer an issue. You can swing the rod left or right, whichever side you're fishing from. The other thing that we added to it was an added ramp for the power chairs. So it doesn't matter what wheelchair you have, whether it be manual or power, you can still run right into the bow of the boat. I wanted to be able to row it from my wheelchair due to my left leg being what it is. And so they've adapted a track system and then made me a custom strap so I can row from my wheelchair. And so really there's nothing that stops me from being able to guide on any given day. I'm held to my own standard on the river, which is a very high standard in safety and with the stewardship of the river. I know what the river offers me and how happy it makes me, so to be able to give that gift to somebody else, it's really one of the most rewarding things I've ever done.
So I was at a veteran outreach meeting. Todd was there. He talked to me after the meeting and asked me if I'd be interested in going with him.
The most rewarding part about getting Jed on the water was because it was a way I could give back to him for his sacrifice.
I was in Afghanistan, got my rifle all set up, and that's when I hit the pressure plate. My buddies rushed over, started putting tourniquets on, and that's when I knew I'd lost at least one of my legs, and my right leg was still intact, but it was too mangled up to keep.
Jed's a remarkable young man. His attitude on this life, it's pretty quick to remind you that you have all good days.
I got to do a lot more than I ever would have. I honestly see it more of as a blessing than anything.
Taking Jed fishing for the first time was really one of the best days of my life.
I didn't really know what to expect. It's kind of like bracing for it, but man, it's so smooth going down these things.
And you could just see his whole body decompress and relax and start enjoying everything that we get to enjoy every day.
I try to do a lot of outdoor things now. It's a really big healing thing for me and a lot of other people too. Being out in nature, trying to catch some fish, just had a good time.
We have a saying, we're all in the same boat, literally and figuratively. It doesn't matter whether you want to go fishing, want to go bird watching, you just want to see the river for the first time. That's the beauty of it, is at the end of the day, we're all just on the river.